Not many people know this, but the Netherlands was the second country on this planet to connect to the internet. And in those early days, there was a fascinating initiative called Access for All. Unfortunately, our evil incumbent KPN is trying to destroy the dream that Access for All represents. And today with me, I have somebody that is involved in revitalizing that dream in some other shape under a different name. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Gerdien Dalmulder and I'm part of the committee that has been battling for the survival of Access for All.
Gerdien, do you recall a provider called HeadNet?
Yes, I recall it very well. It was one of the worst ideas KPN ever had. They wanted to have a walled garden before you could go onto internet.
Access for All not only represents something that we would want to continue, but at the same time, already today, Access for All has been neutered by KPN and is not allowed to go to court when they deem fit, is not allowed to use competitor networks to reach more end users.
Exactly, yes.
So even if KPN would cancel their plans to destroy the Access for All brand, it would still
not be enough. No.
Not be enough.
No. When they would be willing to really sell Access for All and let them make their own choices, then perhaps. But we don't see that happening, and that's why we decided to launch this new provider, Freedom.
If we zoom in on the differences between how Access for All was instantiated with a handful of people and what is happening now with Freedom, where thousands of people are financially getting involved, what to you does that difference mean between then and now?
Well, it means on one part that Access for All has done perfect and tremendous work because they've created this whole community that is aware of privacy on the internet, that has a heart for security, for freedom of speech, and these people, they want a provider that continues in that legacy.
If this is to be the internet provider that is for all of us and belongs to all of us, would that change anything in terms of, for instance, contributions to open source projects or even open sourcing the whole project?
Yeah, we want to use as much open source as possible because we know the power of open source, and also people that are working with us to make this happen are open source ambassadors. So yes, whatever we can do in open source, we will. It was in 1993 when I typed in a commando talk on a Unix shell. Somebody taught me how to do it, and I got into this little chat, and he said, now you're chatting with somebody on the other side of the world in the United States. And I was like, what? I have to be a part of this.
In those first few years of consumer internet in the Netherlands, there were hundreds of dial-up providers. There was a dial-up provider for every flavor of fashion, for any type of identity. You could really pick and choose, this is the provider I identify myself with. And then as the years went by, more and more of those providers, both on dial-up and cable internet, were snatched up into the hegemony that we have now of KPN and Liberty Global. How in such a challenging market does Freedom Internet have a fighting chance to even gain any market share? What's the plan here?
I think we have more than a fighting chance. I think we have a great chance exactly because it is like a duopoly, and the people who really care about freedom of speech and about their privacy online, there's a big community. We've seen it happening these past few months, and especially this last week. I think there's a big chance for an ideological provider. So yeah, and we're good.
If you want to learn more about this crazy initiative, go to freedom.nl and subscribe to the newsletter. That will be the mechanism to stay on top of the latest developments of this awesome project. Thank you.
Thank you.